The president's lawyers have been wary of letting Mueller talk with President Trump, but sources tell CNN that Mueller has already raised the notion of a subpoena. The president's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, argued just this morning in an interview with ABC News that President Trump would not need to comply with any subpoena. Is there any circumstance in the world in which President Trump could dodge the subpoena?
No, he's going to need to comply with the subpoena. If they take that case to court, they're going to lose.
If you are subpoenaed by Republicans when they take over, will you comply?
We'll have to consider the validity of the subpoena.
Take away a court's power to subpoena witnesses, and it fails to be a court.
We'll have to look at the legitimacy or lack of legitimacy of what they do.
Take away the Congress's ability to do the same, and it fails to be a Congress.
If you are subpoenaed by Republicans when they take over, will you comply?
We'll have to consider the validity of the subpoena.
Congressman Adam Schiff right there, the ranking member of House Intel, saying that witnesses don't get to pick and choose what they want to answer, so he is going to try and subpoena Corey Lewandowski to come back to testify in front of House Intel.
Well, it's very hard to see how we can get timely information to protect the country if we can't enforce our own subpoenas.
We'll have to consider the validity of the subpoena.
Compliance with congressional subpoenas is not optional.
Can you talk a little bit about the subpoenas that went out today? And they're pretty unprecedented. Do you guys feel confident you can enforce them? Talk to us about what led to this point.
We issued 5 subpoenas today to 5 different members of Congress who plainly have relevant information. No one is above the law, that the law applies equally to everyone. And I was very encouraged to hear what President Biden said today, that he thinks our committee should go after those who don't comply, and he believes that they should be prosecuted.
What is the path forward on getting former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows to comply with the subpoena?
And as you know, we pursued a criminal contempt of Steve Bannon, and I'm very proud that the Justice Department took that case to the grand jury and that the grand jury indicted, as it should.
It's that word voluntarily, right? Because you've got subpoenas involved now.
We have subpoenas involved now, and we would hope, though, that they comply with those subpoenas, that they don't fight those subpoenas. They understand the relevance of their testimony, and they should do the patriotic thing and come and share what they know.
If you are subpoenaed by Republicans when they take over, will you comply?
We'll have to consider the validity of the subpoena.
Are some people now truly above the law, beholden to nothing and no one, free to ignore the law and without consequence?
And now that witnesses see that if they don't cooperate, if they don't fulfill their lawful duty when subpoenaed, that they too may be prosecuted, it will have a very strong focusing effect.
Either we are all equal before the law or none of us is. This is the essence of our democracy.
We will use whatever tools we have to compel answers.
Thankfully, bread and butter have been specially raised by the Jacksons to remain calm under any condition, which will be very important because they've already received subpoenas to appear in Adam Schiff's basement on Thursday. It's true. Hundreds of people have. I am your voice.